Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. I wasn't even going to come on this evening because my eye was bad, but now it's still bad. I said I'm going to come on anyways because I want to see my amazing community. Rumble. If you're new to Rumble, I am a research channel that is I'm always being shadow banned and blocked, you know. And if you're new to the channel, you're going to find the videos interesting. And you're going to find maybe my sarcasm a little interesting. We have an amazing community here, also an incredible community that's like a family, but the truth is being hidden on the side of the UFOs. And yeah, it's going to come out. Lots is going to come out. In my own research, a lot of the things, thanks for being here, everyone. In my own research, a lot of the findings, dark here, isn't it? A lot of the findings, that's just going to hurt my eyes, anyways. A lot of the findings in my research actually, I'm trying to choose my words. It doesn't collaborate, but reminds me a lot of what Bob Lazar was talking about because I took images, some really clear images of what we call craft on the moon, except it's, like me, it's photonic light. So the energy field, especially around the UFOs that Bob Lazar was talking about, that there are 9 different craft. A lot of people tend to think, and even I did, that those 9 different propulsion type craft are all at Area 51. As a matter of fact, maybe none of them are there. Bob Lazar had mentioned this afterwards, right? With Jeremy Corbell, with the movie and stuff he did. And afterwards, he had mentioned that because in reality, the heart shape that he mentions that's around the craft is what fascinates me because when I showed the UFO, do any of you remember the image that I showed of the UFO? It's one image of 3 images of a UFO lighting up on the surface. And once it lights up completely, entirely before it takes off, it looks like a heart, like literally like a heart, guys. It's incredible. And you see the 2 arches on the top, which like the heart, and then it comes around and it envelopes like an envelope, like a cocoon around the craft and hides the craft. And Bob Lazar was talking about, because of his work, he's talking about not being able to communicate with a craft if that magnetic field is wrapped around it because there'd be no way of getting through it to communicate. But apparently he was a witness of them communicating with a craft, obviously not alien, but they were back engineering it, right? And they were able to communicate with the craft. So that on top of that, even more mind-boggling, it means someone was inside of it. Must be a lot of deaths of people that back engineered craft or tried to drive some of these vehicles. I assume most of them are driven remotely at the beginning, but there's lots that was said um, from Bob Lazar, and a bit more details came out. Didn't change the story, but he added a few more details of some of the things that he was saying. So, Bobby Cat, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you very much, Bobby Cat. No news from Fox yet, Bobby Cat, but like I said, they know what's going on out there. Just the fact that you mentioned my name and even gave the phone number to somebody from there. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate it. And no, listen, what's going to happen is that my goal is not, for me to be known, but it's for the truth to come out so that all this lying will stop. But I'm telling you, the truth is going to come out. The UFO Congress. Now, this is what everyone's doing, right? Everyone is waiting for Congress to create more statutes or laws that are going to penetrate the Pentagon, to be able to take away the power of the Pentagon of not, of being able to hide that data. You got to wonder right off the bat how they already got that, power. So, and I'm not going to talk about the other subject that I'm just going to basically mention. I'm just going to say that my heart goes out to the attacks that happened in Moscow, to the 40 so far, family members that lost loved ones. And those of you that don't know about it, look it up or check out Alex Jones, because it's off the charts. And anyways, Hezbollah much is what I say, but now they're talking about. Anyways, we can't talk about it. Thanks again, Bobby Cat. I really appreciate that. Two things happened March 20th and February 20th. Made a mistake with two videos and wrote the 24th. And then things started happening with the numbers 4. This is something personal. Just sometimes patterns, not that I live my life by these little patterns or things that I see. But that's for me how I know a lot of things that are going to happen is when I get these little number patterns, and I'm not going to hide it. My mother must laugh a whole lot. She knows about my pattern shit, but she must laugh because I'm not a good math person. And I was a person when I was younger that had a lot of problems in math. And well, maybe I'm a bit hard on myself. It's a lot of problems in math is that didn't find any interest in it at all. The numbers and I would see other things, and now I'm so into the numbers, but not into the mathematical equations. I'm more into the just patterns, which I can't explain it any other way. But anyways, long story short, March 24th for me is a day I want all my friends to be careful and not to go into, gatherings and stuff like that. And not big city gatherings either. And let's just be safe. And that's like one day during the year, March 24th. And again, now, because I told you guys about the number 4, a lot of you are going to start seeing the patterns, and a whole bunch of, silly little things are going to happen. Not that, again, not something that everyone's going to understand, but we got a lot of open-minded people here, and a lot of people understand the distribution of energy and how it works. And some people here on Earth know things and how to protect themselves in ways that there's no one understanding why. Why, when I was very young, did I know that I had to wrap myself around with light, because I was always being told these things. And it's funny that today, a lot of even in the Bible, Revelations and all that, it's like I hear these things, and it's continuously that it's like just stuff I sort of knew. And it's sort of scary that certain things happen, and that I can feel that I know that they're going to happen, and I really don't feel that I'm alone in this. And I'm not even talking about remote viewing. I'm talking about intuition. I'm talking about maybe vivid dreams and stuff like that. A lot of us together here in the community, when we're talking, it's just absolutely incredible. We're usually always spot on when somebody talks about theories. I go one way, you guys bring it out the other way, and gals, and sometimes it's even the opposite of my theories, and I'm just, it's all good. All theories are should not be spit on, that's for sure. Darla, how are you? Sabinator's in the house. I hope Leah is doing okay. Going through a little rough time, like we always do, and at home with some stuff going on. Well, pneumonia right off the bat there, and sending some energy your way. Rumble, Twitter, thank you very much for being here. The Twitter army, greatly appreciated. How are you, Kristen? Hope all is okay. Yeah, it's just the eye, So, anyone joining me in a 3-day fasting? 3-day fasting. When you fast, you're going to feel so good. You'd be so proud of yourself. You think you're going to be hungry. I used to think that not eating for 3 days, we could die, until I did it. Starve yourself. It's a healthy thing. Starve yourself. I'm going to make a shirt. Starve yourself. 3 days. No, I'm not Jewish. No, I'm not into, which wouldn't be bad, but I mean, I'm not. And fasting for me is, for those that don't know, I lost 115 pounds, and got to maintain it. I want to maintain that. I don't want to get back to the weight I was. And the fasting really helps lose a lot of weight. Like if you fast for 3 days, I honestly am telling you, it's going to be equivalent to probably about a week or two of dieting. Yeah, literally. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. So that means the weight comes down really fast when you're a big guy or gal. Quite a few people in the community here had started fasting. So yeah, we got Star Hunter in the house. Thanks again, Darla. Kristen Jules in the house of Southern Oregon. How are ya? Any parts falling over? So Boeing's so happy to announce that they're going to be doing a test flight of their Starliner something. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought you guys were closed. Got parts falling out of the sky, panels, wheels. Tell me that's not rigged, eh? All of a sudden. Anyways, what a shite show. Honestly. Thanks a lot. Elias in the house. Hello, all. Thank you very much for being here. Sugar Bee. How's it going, everyone? What'd I say? What'd I say? Did I screw up? Anna, how are ya? Nice to see ya. The real Wayno in the house. Thank you very much. Live long and prosper. You're supposed to see now. I see you. You're supposed to tell me you're flying by, but I guess he's not in the plane. I don't know how many times my friend has buzzed the tower and I've not replied to him. Run out of gas several times. Every Thursday, I just see his parachute coming down. I said, "Shit, I forgot all about him." People just arriving to the channel saying, "What the hell is he talking about?" Auntie Honey in the house. Thank you very much. Miss Lady, blessings your work to you, Matt. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Thanks for appreciating it. Some amazing research that should be all over the world, and people should be buzzing. I'm starting to almost have little tears. I miss the moon so much. I got a lot of footage that we've never even looked at from months and months ago. We should start looking at some because I'm missing the moon. I really am missing the moon. I have a beautiful telescope that the community and I put a lot of money into to be able to see an incredible lunar surface. Otto in the house, yes. Mr. Elias Valhatla, how are you this evening, brother? Are you at work? Not at work? Are you training this week? Training some people this week? Right on, Kristen. I'll tell you what, Kristen, I'm, being born in 75. I am part of the group of people like most of you here that we didn't have internet back in the day. And actually talking to 100 people, it would either be because you're at a gathering and you're on a stage talking to people, like a massive gathering. Think of it, before the internet, some people had never in their lives ever been listened to by 50 people. I think of that more and more now. I'm like, wow, it's incredible. How come, you know, um, we don't appreciate that? Because in reality, even if there's not a lot of people here, look, there's 128 here right now. That's a couple of classrooms. That's 3, 4 classrooms. If you look at it, maybe a couple bots in there, but yeah, we may never know. Hey, Sugar Bee, and I appreciate it. And that's like a lot of you that come here to the channel and that have a hard time Sabinator and stuff like with hours. I mean, and he's still always here, but don't ever feel forced to have to come here. I'm not going to block anyone because they're not coming to the streams. Not everybody has time always to come to the streams. I know you guys and gals love the research. Really thankful to have met some new people on Twitter. Twitter is definitely a social media platform, X, that has saved this channel. And when I say save the channel in a way, yes, has given us a chance to get a few new subscribers. And, we'll get subscribers when we get a lot of hellos in the comment sections. And you guys must be as sick and tired of me saying continually that we're waiting to have more than 100 comments, but we never get it. So it's proof. Shadow banned. Shadow banned does not mean that people have zero views. It means that the traffic does not come. And you could clearly see it. Like, for example, on Rumble, I get about 100, 200 more views on these streams than on the actual videos. The first month, I didn't upload hundreds of videos, but just last month. I uploaded, and the month before, uploaded close between 500 and 700 videos on Rumble. And honestly, even with that quantity of videos, um, there's no way in hell that I would even have any revenue over there because I put ads on everything, right? That doesn't change anything. I wasn't expecting to make millions, but honestly, with 300 views on a video, you're locked on a video. Rumble platform gets dibs on having a video. I'm not saying they're the ones suppressing you. I think all the social media platforms have moles, and they are there, and they're on the platforms. They have the power and control to control traffic. So it could be someone that's infiltrated secretly, or just quite simply, I don't know. Are they hacking all the social media platforms? It's a little odd. Lots going on with the banks here in Canada, PayPal here from Canada and everything. It's a little skeptical about what's going on. Casa Nostra, thanks a lot. Coming back. Bobby Cat. Hello, Bruce. I hope you're well. I am. Thanks a lot. A little allergy problems, but aside from that, doing great. UFO activity yesterday was very cold. On the member side, if you are a member, thanks for being here. I put up a sun video, which was pretty incredible. I showed the sun not long enough, actually. I think only about 20 seconds from 2022 in March to give you an idea of how aggressive it was. And right now, again, a very big sunspot group of sunspots that they said actually a couple of days ago. What they said is that there was a small sunspot that is actually turning towards the center of Earth, the magnetic core, and they didn't know why. That concerns me when they say that. Sammy M, thank you very much for being here. How are you, Danny? I'll see you. Thanks, Danny. Little cool here. Honk, 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 honk. Must be a fan. Thanks again, Bobby Cat. Appreciate that. Thanks for welcoming everyone, Darla, Elias, and everyone. Yeah, Jules 110 does sound a little hot. I think he's in a spa or something. He must be in a hot tub, His Highness. Yeah, so forgive my raccoon eyes. Boy, I tell you, the allergy. But you guys have problems with ears, eyes, throat, something, or things that ailments that you've been stuck with all your life, I suggest you to fast and to do it moderately. You know, I did beyond the warrior fasting. I was doing and quite a few times 9-day fastings, and the more you fast, the less you eat. So do I believe only since last year that the monks go 30 days without eating? Yeah, I do. But there's little tricks, right? Give a stick of butter, go another day. Um, you know, maybe just some, you know, you got to be careful. Soup broth is fattening and everything. But anyways, it was straight water, and I lost all the weight. But when I'm fasting, I feel good. My eyes look great. I feel very good. I don't feel sick or anything. Just the eye. Stephanie Black in the house. Thanks a lot, you guys. That's cool. Hey, I'm telling you guys, I am looking forward to this summer, and there's going to be a few people. Hey, Alex, few people, Elias, and a few people here, and I hope everyone else is welcome. You know, Pat. I'm going to be a whole bunch of people I'm going to be talking to for an evening, UFO evening, outside, looking up at the stars. Some campsites around here. Grab a cheapy campsite. I'm not even going to bring a tent. When I go to the camping, I'm a little weird. I don't sleep. I'm basically the portal when I am at a camping. And if you guys want to see some effed up shit, we're going to go camping. We're going to have some incredible evenings tonight. I've seen every night's incredible for me. I've never gone with anyone. And I brought the bank lady. Every time I say that, hey, Darla, you guys must remember. Anyways, at one point, I brought a bank lady into town here at the halt and wanted to show her the lights in the sky. And she says, well, where are they? Well, I said, you'll see them, I said, just talking about them, they're going to appear. Come on. Then looked up, 3 lights appeared. Yeah, I made them appear because I told her I was gonna make them appear, but something happened with the light, and the light shot down, a laser light, onto her face, and she started to cry, and she goes, "I don't do well with ghosts," and stuff like that. If she's here right now listening, she's gonna vouch for it and jump on. I haven't heard from her in a while. Maybe she was abducted, but yeah, the UFO flashed her completely, and she's, yes, not into UFOs or ghosts, and she flipped out about that. But not everyone has a chance to see that stuff. And me, it happens a lot around me. So I'm looking forward to this summer to do a lot of tests with some people and to get some witnesses, that especially having witnesses. Damn it. Another cold coffee. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah, boy. Damn it. I wanted to mute it so you wouldn't hear the microwave. Everyone goes, cancer, cancer. Yeah, I wanted hot coffee. We're all full of it, anyways. Shaner. Shaner's 87. Thank you very much. Or Shaner S 87. Thank you. There we go. Asteroid coming. Yeah, lots about asteroids. So, are there any asteroids coming to Earth? Yes. And when people say it, they often write clickbait titles like, "Oh, I almost did here," because the problem is Bennu is nowhere near Earth, and none of us here are going to see the one coming in 2182, apparently, right? But there's Apophis. Apophis is supposed to come close to Earth. But aside from that, in lower Earth, a couple of years ago, they found several objects that were in lower Earth orbit. The asteroids do not have any luminosity, and there's no reflectivity coming off of them. They're hiding. They can't be tracked. Quite a few of them they can't be tracked, and some of the names of them, go back to 2007, 216, and they were found in lower Earth orbit. Do you guys all remember the DART project when they sent a spacecraft to go and divert an asteroid? Apparently, the speed was so many kilometers, I think 3 to 5 kilometers per um, every 3 seconds or something. Ask me how they could have done that. I have no idea. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that's the size of the Empire State Building, and they transformed its shape by smashing into it, and they also were able to actually divert it. But again, we're talking about something that's 500 feet approximately, not something that, so now it was more oval and flat, actually, flat earthers, and now it's more elongated, but it's more like a stretched out egg, much like a binary star system when the two spheres stretch out because they're spinning fast, like neutron stars. So there are a shitload of asteroids that are coming to Earth, like quite a few, but it's all distributed through these years. But now, hang on, there's a lot that we don't know about. Like, look it up yourselves. 2023 asteroids. Well, asteroids are designated, their names and the numbers based on when and what year they were found, or located, or tracked, and um, some of these objects are on orbits, every 100 years. They go around the solar system, they come back, go around the sun, come back. Some of them are coming more often by Earth. And the problem is that everything's always moving over, right? So the asteroids, when they come by, like Apophis, apparently Apophis, remember at the beginning, Apophis was supposed to hit Earth. at the beginning. And then they changed the story and said, well, it's not going to hit Earth, but it's going to be damn close if it doesn't, because I'm telling you, it's going to be coming between Earth and the satellites. That's going to be damn close. So it could take out some satellites too, and obviously its size, it will be seen depending on the weather. It's that stupid, guys. A big ass toroid passes by us in the middle of the afternoon there, and it's like twice the size of the sun. We're not going to see it. We're not going to see it. It's like everything's blinded by the light outside of us. But at night with the infrared camera, even with an infrared camera, asteroids, the luminosity from asteroids, they're hard to pick up. I was able to film one or two of them spiraling around. I have those videos here of asteroids spiraling around, but they're dark. And it's the reflectivity that you see off of them when they turn around. They sparkle, they fizz a little bit. But NASA just declared this. There's an asteroid on a trajectory for Earth. We're talking 0.05 chance of hitting it, I think. There's one, so in reality, there's nothing in general that they really conclude is going to smash into Earth. But again, they could be hiding the truth from that and whatnot. Think of all the asteroids that aren't labeled. Lower Earth is filled with objects, and those objects hit themselves often enough, surprisingly. And, eventually one of them can fall down and hit Earth. There's one that's the size of, they say that the size it is, if it crashed down to Earth, it would do the exact same explosion that happened in Hunga. If you don't know where that is, that's where, they said it was a submerged volcanic eruption. It wasn't. We saw the ballistic missile, hypersonic missile, but it sent atmosphere up into the stratosphere. And that's why, you guys know that, right? Like for the past couple of years, all the humidity and atmosphere that's around Earth is because of that explosion. That explosion sent up so much humidity and vapor up into the stratosphere. And when that happens, it blocks Earth. So if there was a hypersonic missile that sent it there, it's because it was deliberate. So Bill Gates' thing about drones, space drones, to block out the sun, they don't have to do that. All you need is more clouds. And now I am, listen, they're talking a lot about it. I don't even know if we're allowed talking about it. We got to be careful. We can't talk about the 3-letter word starts by W, war. But direct energy weapons and satellites, more and more. I know a lot of you are understanding, those of you doing a little bit of research or looking on the right channels, hearing a lot about the direct energy weapons, being related to wildfires and whatnot, without getting too much into too much detail. I also heard that a beam, I didn't hear it. I saw it in an image, right? And a beam can be broken by a cloud. So would you not think that if somebody was chemtrailing, would it not be the days? I'm even afraid to mention this. Would it not be the days that the satellites, direct energy satellite weapons are over us? I want to notice more and more. I'm going to start marking the days, writing the days of the week. And well, I do mark the dates like March or April, but I want to mention and take notice more of the days of the week that we're seeing these objects. I'm trying to notice more if it's in cold weather. Because, guys, I've seen the UFOs. I'm jumping around here. I've seen the UFOs in both extremely hot weather, and I've seen it in minus 30 weather. I have videos minus 31 degrees Celsius, and there are these big, bright, beautiful UFOs that are flying around in the sky. But again, in the past, most of the UFOs that I've been filming and showing you all, I can see them with the naked eye. Those that are in the back, we cannot see them with the naked eye. As a matter of fact, it's 8:30 now. That's the time that they start rising up, and there's more and more of them. They are going faster and faster, and I will check in about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, to see if they are not outside. If they are, I'll just set up the camera so I could. You saw in the last video. Thanks for watching it, by the way. A time lapse periods of 15 to 17 minutes while I was inside, where you see all these UFOs, rising up in a straight line. They're going in all angles, also, So maybe there is something big or huge that is coming to Earth. Who knows? Maybe that's why the UFOs are, UFOs. Mentioned it the last time. I'm always being very careful with this. I don't want to be the one, with the shaved head and the white robe and telling everyone that aliens are really into us. Like, I mean, literally. I think we are vessels for them. I think we are portals to the other side. And as a matter of fact, when my dad passed away, my grandfather passed away, and I started getting all these premonitions, you know what I understood at a very young age? That my grandfather, my father, me, and my son are part of something. I'm talking about you too, I'm not talking about a group. I'm talking about an energy. When my grandfather and father passed away, and I was getting more and more intuitive. Well, now the scary part is what they just mentioned, which I'm only mentioning this because it's a little bit creepy, where apparently when you die, whoever or whatever is traveling through your body in and out of this world or wherever it's traveling to, you become it. So I started thinking I mean, my mind was going wild. I'm saying, so that means at times, even if someone is in a way, whether you want to call it possession or not, if there is something inside of you, are you not able also, if you have a strong energy, to be able to feel that entity and even maybe feel its thoughts, but while being hear me out, while being able to differentiate that it's actually you thinking of something that's thinking this, and that it's not just your subconscious. If they are using our bodies to come in and out of this physical world, they would not want us harmed, now would they? Think of that one. That's scary, because they would want us alive. They would have to keep us alive. That's sort of like the slave with the elites. Do you think the elites like it if a terrorist act happens and they start killing off a certain race of people? Uh-uh. Depends which race, right? Because they use everyone for certain things. Why do you think a certain country's producing something? Why do you think grains in Russia are not here when, Canada, obviously, duh, I'm surrounded by grain. We don't have any. You got to order from Russia. It's one world domination group that's in control, and all the frontal organizations are all the countries. We'd never be able to find that one association. There's too many people implicated. But aliens coming into this world would come through us. They would maybe thank us, protect us by coming through us. Like, like let's say I'm their vehicle, right? What do humans do with their vehicles? They don't want scratches on it. They're careful. They lock their doors not to get it stolen, fill it up with gas, clean it. Well, maybe the aliens, if they're coming through us, there's something that they have to maintain in us. So, for example, I don't know. I'm going to shoot it out there. Some people say it's demons. Okay, well, maybe the demon has to scare the shit out of you to be able to come into this physical world. And you can laugh all you want, but emotions is mass equal to energy for real there. An emotion is energy, is pure energy. I believe a thought is pure energy, right? And in your brain, the consciousness that we have, our conscious, whether you want to talk about the alignment of the center of yourself, the pineal gland, the third eye, or whatnot, you know, we are of light. We are part light. Humans, you can look it up. There's a certain percentage of humans and even animals that have a light inside of them. Look at it like we're being carried around in a purse that's a physical purse to protect us, so that we're actually we are souls. Actually, we're just like grounded, sort of like we're hot air balloons with sandbags in it. That's all. Once we take the sandbags off, we're out of here. Again, maybe some people will laugh at that and say, what the living hell is he talking about? But, there's life everywhere out there. They're even starting to wonder if the photons are alive, if light is alive. Get some open-minded people to come here and say, Bruce, I believe the water's alive. I believe the asteroids are alive. The nebulae are alive. I think there's some truth to that, or some interest, theory-wise. I think it is very interesting. That's for sure. Is that a little, maybe too much? I don't want to be too outside of the box. I think I'm nuts, but I don't hold back. Thank you, Elias. Man, thank you so much, bro. Thanks, you guys. And I absolutely need one. And you know what, bro? The strap I have is for another guitar, but I'm going to need a couple. I am going to have to buy a couple of straps. I need a strap for my regular guitar. You know why? When I'm playing with the bottleneck, okay, I'm not fat enough anymore. My leg's not big enough to hold the guitar stable. The guitar is going like this. Guitar is going like that. Guitar is going like this. And standing up playing, I'm a bit more comfortable and I'm able to play a little bit better standing up. So I tried that the other day. But for camping this summer, we're going to need some straps. That's for sure. Definitely. Thank you very much, man. Sadomaso banjo, yeah. Yeah. For the ladies in the chat. Well, thank you very much, His Highness. His Highness. I'm going down now. So many double streamers. Hey, Darla, bring it. That is always greatly appreciated, you guys and gals. Scott Robinson in the house. Hello, sir. Thanks a lot. Denis, merci, guys. Thank you very much. It is, but good things are coming. And I think I saw in a comment, I have yet to respond to you, but you were talking about the skull and bones. Yeah. Listen, it's all planned, eh? CIA and Mossad arranged. Possibility. Very possibility. I'm like, Hezbollah? Anyone? Like, duh. And now they're talking about it being ISIS. I said, it's one of them, but I don't know. It could have been Ukrainian, but who knows? We're not even allowed talking about it, unfortunately. Very nice, you. Thanks. Absolutely. Thanks, Starla. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, there's one I forgot about. Mighty Mouse. I was thinking of Bullwinkle the other day. Bullwinkle. Do a live show on April 8th. Solar eclipse, a show telescope in 4K. But how can I show the telescope in 4K if it's a telescope that's the 4K? I'd have to get a mirror. I have no way of filming live. I don't have a cell phone either because they don't work with me. Cell phones don't work. You can be sure as hell, Anthony. Thank you, brother. I like the suggestion, though. It would be interesting in the near future to, I'm telling you, the most effing boring streams are the streams of 2-3 hours where someone's outside filming a freaking eclipse or the moon and you hear F all and they're just sitting there. Keep your eyes peeled, guys, for UFOs. Me, the beauty comes when I zoom up on the moon, when I slow things down, when I point to objects and stuff like that. That's why, the channel really got liked. But hey, Anthony, you're not alone in suggesting that. Maybe one day, eventually, I will be doing live streams outside. I would like to do it the infrared. I would love to do that live outside infrared more in the summer because I'm telling you right now, it's a little cold. We're not even winter anymore. The closer we get to summer, the colder it is. The colder it is. Gematria, yep. It is very real. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, you know about Gematria. Very good. Very interesting. I only learned about that a couple of years ago. Right on, Anthony. Alex in the house. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends. Kazoo left the bathroom light on. So is Canadistan. Well, it depends. Yeah, Canadistan more in the north, and you get to the southern part of Canada, it's China. Pathetic. Really, really, really sad. Well, my friend, thanks for taking interest. And yeah, absolutely. You got Pierre Polyev, excuse me, conservative leader in Canada. Now well, yes, now talking about um, having a federal election, bringing up a federal election. Trudeau is not liked. He knows, he's done. He's probably on his way out, but it's going to have to be a quick change. Today, Trudeau was talking about misinformation. All those terms that we heard about that we didn't hear about in the beginning, malinformation and then misinformation. And ask Trump. Trump knows which is which. So stupid. What a shit show. Racism words they brought out, the privileges they brought out. The way I look at it about the privilege? Privileged is a word in the dictionary. That's what the meaning should remain. No? That's how I look at it. People being asked what privilege means. You're living in a mansion and you got people on your lawn that are paid not a lot because it's immigrants came in from another country and you're making them work. That's racist. It's just simple. Live and let live. Everything should be equal. We're only paid in our countries for our competence, right? Well, it should be like that with everyone and anyone that comes in here, no matter what their color. They deserve. If Indians are better doctors, hire Indians. If Muslims are better at doing something, hire them. If English people are better, it has nothing to do with English or Muslims, right? See what I'm doing right now? Oh, if Muslims are good at working, you have to judge a person by his or her own character. You can't judge a whole basket of people. We have stupid white ass people. We got stupid every color people. It's always like that. But putting them all in the same basket? No. Sure, maybe there's a race that tends to do something more than the other race, but we'd have to look over several years. It's a shit show. It's to get people to fight amongst themselves. Really sad. So do I. You're not weird at all. Listen, Dr. Doolittle, they say you should talk to animals. Well, there's a way of speaking with nature. And I used to like the saying that nature speaks to you, but then I understood it. When you start studying that and not studying, researching books, when you sit down and analyze something, the only time you're going to notice something the most is if you're stuck, I don't know, waiting in a park for a lift for 15 minutes. And you're like, damn, I'm going to be here for 15 minutes. The park back to back from head to toe before you leave. You look at the squirrels, you look at the houses around it, you look at the roads. But in everyday life, things go by fast. So you don't have times noticing things. What I'm saying there to you, helped me advantageously in my life, noticing things that are around me. I notice everything. Everything, 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 everything. And the more you look at fine detail of things, the more you notice things. The reason why I can see stuff like that on the moon, I started doing nature photography and I wanted to do macro photography. I wanted to get very little small insects that are very extremely small and tiny, and I want to magnify them. I've always been infatuated. Actually, it's fun. Yeah, I got my right job. My my infatuation. It's funny, but it's true. Is I fell in love with photography, but the best part of it was the magnification part. Is I was always trying to get as close as I could. National Geographic images. I got lots of nice images of nature, ants, bees, drinking with their heads inside of a water drop with the wings flapping. You see the detail of the wings. I've done high dynamic ranges and stuff. So I started doing that on the moon, and I saw a lot of stuff on the surface of the moon, playing around with the way I do the photography, and that's all I've been doing. There's no manipulation of it and whatnot. So, damn right, Darla. Oh, they did today. They voted against it. Hopefully that holds. I hope it holds. Thank you very much, kind sir. Thanks, Crazy Music. Well, I'm always grabbing it. That's for sure. Sending energy to our dear Leah. Love you, Leah, if you're listening in. Yeah. Oh, the moon. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but good thing I went back up to it. What did I understand? I did not see the moon. It's actually what. Why did I say music is actually the music? Must be a sign. I thought you said the music is one of God's boobs. So you must have said it was weird when I said I was on God's boob. Okay, anyways, I'm not gonna get into it. This is getting weird. Hey Andrew, how's it going, man? Thank you very much, Elias. Still sending out healing energy to Leah, and she will see and appreciate it for sure. Fixing to start bone broth, eating dates in the morning now. Good for you, Sugar Bee. Keep at it. Oh yeah, Anthony, I'm over that. It is done. Done. It's gonna be approaching a year now. No pop. Or eat a little makes it much harder to fast. Don't drink pop. Okay, you mean it because it makes it. Oh yeah. No, it does. It does. It'll take everything away. Having done it, no. What I had stayed on was coffee and water. You know. Yes. Yes, Andrew. Yes, Andrew. They're telling people the opposite. You're absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Telling people not to do so. See, I was really proud of myself. That would have been the show. When I was 300 pounds, guys, in only a couple of months, I lost 115 pounds. That would have been a show. Sending me on an island with people, trying to be the last one to last as long as I can on the island for 2 weeks. The funny part is that they have to gather food for 2 weeks. You don't. I'm going to go there. I will have eaten a large pizza, a poutine, 4 hot dogs, 2 cheeseburgers, half a pound of butter, and then I'm going to go to the island and I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. And after about the 8th day, when everyone else is dead, I'm going to start saying, starting to get hungry. I'm telling you guys, try it. If you're overweight, I was over 300 pounds, guys, and I was able to lose it. I had never gotten up that big, but I was like 260. We usually always have our limit mark. 258, 260 was my limit. I'd never gone up to 300. Then I weighed myself. And you know what? I weighed myself after fasting for 2 weeks. I didn't want to weigh myself before. I was afraid to know my real weight. And when I got in the scale said 310 motherfucking pounds. After 2 weeks, I was probably 330. Seriously, that's scary as hell. And those of you that have been big before, you know, um, walking on the floorboards and seeing the floorboards bend and hearing the stairs crack. I fixed my stairs actually. My stairs used to be loose. It's an old house, and now when I gained the weight, well, now the nails are all in. There's no more moving around. That's what I was saying. Elias and Alex, well, all three of us, we were bigger guys in the past. So I took our initials. If we start a music band, it's B, A, and A. So let's call ourselves ABBA. Trying to think of something unique that nobody used. Good for you, Kristen. It is. It is. I vouch for it. It is absolutely cleansing. I've never felt so good in my life fasting. And when I started fasting, and you get that first hunger pain, when you know it's not because you need to eat, well, it's not so bad. Nobody really lets the hunger pain go for an hour. You're not gonna go an hour with hunger pains. It won't last an hour. Drink water. You know, change your mind. Talking about it, and I got hiccups now. Auntie Honey says making me hungry. Well, nothing wrong with eating. Like I said, you can eat, but it's really about control. I pretty much broke off Parmesan. It was like a heroin addict for me, honestly. It was a heroin addiction, honestly. The Parmesan, the cheese, and I was a guy who ate only pasta. I have never had a friggin' noodle since that bag you bought me, Elias, of the Slim Fast, not Slim Fast, but the only 5 calorie noodles, which was amazing. I didn't continue buying them because I would have eaten 10 bags of that all day, but still not many calories. But I was into pasta, I was into the rice and potatoes. Let me repeat myself: pasta, rice, and potatoes. Okay, so those of you that are thin and that you can't gain weight and that it pisses you off, spend a week with me. I will have I will have rolls on you. I'll bust your panties off your body. You'll be so chubby. It's not hard. See, that this is how people should be helping themselves. The thin people should be explaining to the big people how to not gain weight, and the opposite. But the thing is, some people can not eat. Excuse me. I mean, some people can eat and quite simply not gain weight. That's not my case. Definitely not my case. JW's in the house. Lee's, how are you? I hope that he will soon find another job so all Canadians can have some truly good and benevolent, caring people, right? Posts that are the posts are currently occupied by numb nuts. It's disgusting what they're doing. See in the States now that they got caught stealing money to open an LGBT senior citizen home. I saw one guy, girl guy, alien, um, talking about gender pronouns. One guy asked me last week what my gender pronouns were. I said awake, and I said moon master. I said I want to be called moon master. Is that how it works? Excuse me. I don't know if that's how it works, but it's very funny. So that person on the video, this was the funniest video today. His gender is some type of weird sort of cat feline screeching sound, he said. And also, did you know that there's a gender for clowns? Fucking stop. I'm gonna break everything. It's driving me nuts. It was hilarious. Little paint on the end of the nose, right? Those are probably some of the ones that are pooping in cat litters now, which is accepted in some schools. God help us. This planet. I do not like bone, but if it's a pill form, I will take it. But I ain't gonna suck on any bones or anything. It's funny. I eat meat, but I a little bit of problems when there's bones in the meat. Don't like seeing it. Like just the meat. And me, I cook my meat. No woman would appreciate me eating their cooking because I would destroy it. It's got to be overcooked. It's got to be hard. I love it. It's like my body was like this all my life. Like I knew I had to cook stuff because everything's killing us. A year ago, there was an article says Anthony, excuse me, trying to stay with my throat here, about a doctor that did 5-day fasts for patients to cure diabetes. Absolutely. You had at least 80% success rate. Yes, because most people that have diabetes will cut sugar. You have to stop sugar. Is a cancer, and it's what grows cancer. So, not going to hide. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, if my mother's listening, she's going to get a good laugh. 2 weeks ago, I went to get something at the corner store. And boy, I learned by my mistakes because I beyond regret it. I had half of my face that was swollen, and I went to get two effing Kit Kat bars. I went to get the two little fucking Kit Kat bars, right? So I went to get that. Then a two, four, didn't even break them off apart. Said two little things of chocolate's not much. Sat down. An hour after, playing in my fucking eyes, pimples on the side of my cheek. It's okay. He spoke to me. He says, "Hey, dude, you can eat as much chocolate if you want." And it's not because I even have a problem with it. It's that I just don't eat anymore. I don't eat sweets. I don't eat soft drinks. I don't eat anything. But had a rage, and that's actually because of a fucking commercial that was online. Kit Kat, Kit Kat, and they showed all the freaking chocolate pieces that were flying around. Someone got two bars. A mistake. Finished. 2 months ago, it was a bag of candy. Biggest regret of my life. 3 days with a sore eye, and now it's the spices. I don't know what's going on. My eye's been pretty bad. I went to get the Montreal spices because I was missing putting spices in my meat. Salt, and not even the real salt, the good salt, and pepper, white pepper on top of it. That's all I put on the meat. I use, the best oil. It's even better than olive oil. I use, I'm going to sound like a liar. I don't even know what the name of it is. Avocado oil. And I know I'm very healthy, vitamins I take and whatnot. But when I started fasting, I still have the shirt. The shirt one day got a black toxins coming out of my body, just black coming off of me, like that on my hands, like tar black, like shirt black, like my shirt. And only one day that happened. It happened all day, and I could even feel stickiness all over my hands, like there's like I touched glue or something. It's coming out of me. Toxins coming out of me. Some people say smoke too much pot. No. It was fat coming out of me. But toxins, that's by eating shit, by eating the pasta, everything that's bad. And my biggest problem, guys, I used to only eat cans, okay? Cans, sauce. Think of a single guy who just wants, who's not too rich, just wants to eat to fill, and that's it. Nothing even good, but that's why I was gaining weight. That's why I was gaining weight. And now I can eat just as much as I want. And I could even order pizza too. And it's just that it's the limit. It's that I have to go several days fasting. And if I don't fast, well, I know I stick to the meat and I don't have the pasta. So I ate a lot more this month. It scared me because it's the first time in almost a year that I've eaten once every day or two. Usually it's 3, 4, 5 days that I go fasting, but eventually I have to stop losing weight. But now it's the maintenance, just continuing maintaining. I should be good. Dancer in the storm, thanks so much for being here. Right on, Kristen. What did Elias say? Camping in June. Oh yeah, June 2, man. Any day of the week. Yeah, the dream. That's true. The dream gonna come true. We're going to see a lot of UFOs in the sky that night. Yes, it feels so good, I tell you. And you feel so good. When you get up the next day, you go, I feel bad. Okay, here I'm going to shoot this out there. I limited the food that was in my fridge because I wanted to, like the government's indoctrinating us, Well, I indoctrinated my fat ass, and I didn't even have a fat ass. Everything else was just proportionately large. Um, I indoctrinated myself in eating the good stuff, tasting good, not good stuff, just tasting good stuff, right? And no good at all. I eat two or three types of meat. That's all. Pork chop, bacon, hamburger meat, egg. Nada else. Nothing. Fuck all else. I went to get some olives this month. Um, you know, I eat a lot of tuna during the month, several cans of tuna. That's the only canned stuff that I eat, white tuna. But I used to eat a lot of sauces and cans, and eating the sauces and cans and whatnot. Think of it. It's all the stuff that they put in that, and it's just horrible. It makes you swell. You swell up. Little potatoes in a can. It's because the bigger you get on top of it, when you have a little can with 6 potatoes in it, well, you open 6, 7, 8 cans and you just throw them in and crash them up. I don't even know if they're real bloody potatoes. I'm making myself hungry now, but it's in the mind. If you, I'll tell you what, if you're hungry, well, then you're going to lose the weight because your body's like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Well, you're not getting nothing. So your body goes and eats all your nutrients and proteins, everything in you that goes and gets all your fat. Any fat that's in your stomach, it's going to be consumed. Um, I lost so much weight at one point that I was crapping fat, the oil. No jokes. I literally melted like the real melt, literally melted. Everything was incredible. Uh, Cried at one point because now I had no more. No, I have no more sore backs. I have no more swollen legs. What the hell am I doing with swollen legs at 40 years old? Right, 46 years old doesn't make any sense. Uh, put on a pair of socks and then my leg would swell up. You know, imagine. Not anymore. Not anymore. And now things are going a lot better. So, but it's a maintaining. So if I see that I don't feel very good, or if you have a cold, it's good to fast. My mom often tells me that. It goes, animals do that. Cats don't feel good. They won't eat. They fast for a couple of days, and then whoop, they're back to eating. It's like they know. They have that knowledge of knowing. Hey, Fly Sky, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate that. I am. I'm doing well. I thanks you guys. Right on, man. The world's crazy. You got a crazy world we're living in, man. Everything's going to shits everywhere. That's so sweet of you, Jules. Thank you very much. Big-headed Martian, thanks for coming back, my friends. My friend, as always, and thanks for the generous contributions too, man. Greetings, Captain Swartz and mods. Thank you very much. Stepped out for a moment. On my way now, Mr. Kai. Be back ASAP. Much love, everyone. Be safe, brother. Some reports show that Bennu has a pyramid-shaped object on it. Yeah, I got Dennis the Menace. My friend was, I think, no, actually, it wasn't even that one. It was another one. I saw it, man. Damn, man. Alex, the first day the image came out, I have the video. I think actually, you remember, man. Now, thanks. I looked on, I think in the members video, I posted the video itself of zooming up as it was going to crash. There is a perfect pyramid there. You can see a triangle. It's true what you said. I saw that in the image. You can see it well too. Surprisingly. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. Well, it's all the songs, William, was telling us the truth. All the cartoons we watched over the years was telling us the truth. You know, very odd, eh? It's not odd. Everything's being done deliberately. Like people say, look, the Bible is real. Everything in the Bible is happening. Yeah, because they're like following the Bible. The Bible says there's going to be the coming of Christ, or they're going to be they're going to do it. They can just very well do it. Hey, I'm not saying Christ doesn't exist. I'm saying, they can lie about it. They can hide the word of God. That's for sure. I think somebody just contributed, but I don't see. Oh my gosh. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's not why I had mentioned it, because you did in the past. Always very generous. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Doreen Johnson, hello. Thank you for being here. So sorry, guys, for not answering at the right time. Heather is in the house. Susan Ravella is in the house. Intel has them using DEW jets. Yeah, man. Listen, this is nuts. One of three remaining. Okay, dude. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that. Do you believe eventually? Okay, UFOs have frequency blasters on the top of them. Okay, to be able to send out. That's what does the heart shape around the UFOs. Woo, it creates a field like the one that UFO in China that they showed, where it warps space and time and then was able to take off. That's because of the frequency gravitrons, or gravitons, whatever they want to call them, right? The balancers underneath that are pushing out that frequency and then wrapped around by light. So long story short, who says, now you're talking about direct energy weapons on the jets? Yes. So who says, because see, direct energy weapons, they say have been around since the 80s, right? Star Wars program, Ronald Reagan, of all times, of all people, imagine, of all times. And what if they add some things on a jet? Wouldn't that be sneaky? Anti-gravity jets, where they can fly and land, but then all of a sudden something's going on. They can up and well, now probably some of you already are telling me, well, Bruce, there's already a model of jets that can hover and land. It's been quite a few years, I know it, but the back engineering of all this alien tech shit, they're going to be doing that, inserting that in some secret aircraft, and some of that secret aircraft can be airplanes. Lockheed Martin, Boeing, all these companies. What's the other company? Grumman, right? Northrop Grumman. Northrop Grumman, I have an image that I've showed. I look at it for it all the time. I tend to think it teleports itself to the fucking moon because then I can never find it. Excuse my words. But Northrop Grumman is a company that's hired often, and was hired often, even back during the Apollo missions, of hiring people that work on the missions. There were several hundreds, if not thousands, over 1,000 people working on the Apollo 69 mission, whether they went or not. There was so many people working on the missions, and yeah, that um, I believe that somebody gave the okay to start using these weapons of mass destruction. But I think what it's going to do, it's going to bring yet again the alien species race, whether it be the race that's already here, or running the show, or just watching us, limiting us, right? Um, you know, before I get off here, thanks for coming by, everyone. There is always a possibility, and I've always thought this, that the aliens are so intrigued with our technology. You cannot take away that even if they were advanced, so far away, if possible, that a race that's very advanced could have designed technology that has nothing to do with the elements that we use here. Bob Lazar also talks about um, element 115, right? The outcome of that is element 116 once it goes through and changes into dark matter and then clashes with atmosphere. But it's a more stable element. So he was talking about in other galaxies, if there's a denser objects or elements, they're going to be able to do a lot of different things, right? Think of it. Those are all points that it's just blowing my mind, that like it everything that Bob Lazar is talking about, literally the UFO report now today, there's nothing different. And he was talking about stuff before it even came out, like element 115, by the way, which was not on the periodic element table, and it came out afterwards. Imagine. We are a sugar bee, absolutely are. And learning, we're so smart. people are smart. We haven't seen that many things revealed to us about UFOs, but a lot of us have really changed our theories, right? As myself, not necessarily completely changed, but added. Hey, Auntie Honey, thank you very much. Yeah, because if not, guys, you must agree with me. Um, could you imagine how long that video was? Wasn't that long. It was a couple hours, but it would have been a lot longer showing the 2 hours of video. My first video, do you guys remember what I did? Is I counted them on screen. One, we're at two, we're at three. The video that I got up to 342, I never counted them again because there's too many in the sky. And I can't mention it enough that the infrared camera that I use is a very small part of the sky that you see. If you film the Big Dipper, you're only going to see one star in the whole screen. So that's why you only see a corner of a building, you only see a tree. So we were in that same area all night, well, an hour, 2 hours, say. And the UFOs were always coming up from there, passing there. We saw a lot going sideways also, even saw one coming down at one point, which was really cool. Always cool. Tomorrow morning, I'm answering comments. Thanks, those of you that have always been answering comments. I love you for it. For me, the comments, especially back several years ago, have been therapeutic for me. You guys have given me so much love and appreciate the research so much. I'll be honest with you. It's always been a pleasure to come on here. And for those of you that can vouch for me that have been here for a long time, I've not missed very many streams. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't miss it. If my life depended on it, or maybe just then, I'd miss it. After you mentioned it, wondering if the planet's Earth's electric charge it doesn't help deflect objects charged by the sun's fluid. Well, like obviously, like Anthony, we have the belts, right? They have small belts, a large belt, Van Allen belts, Van Halen belts. It's supposed to stop helium-3. They say that's the reason why there's none on Earth, because there's no magnetosphere on sorry, not on Earth. There's no helium-3. There's not as much helium-3 because as on the moon, because of the belts. That's what I meant. That's why the helium-3 is not reaching Earth, because on the moon they say the first 10 feet of the soil around the entire moon is helium-3. Hey, they bring back a ton or 1.5 tons or whatever. They could haul one load or several loads back, and they would be able to generate electricity for all of the US's demands. Like, I mean, all of the energy that's consumed in the States in 365 days by using helium-3. So a lot of you have mentioned to me too, yeah, they'll be mining helium-3 on the moon, most likely, if they're not already mining it on the moon. Who knows? Thanks again for the contributions, you guys, eh? Yeah, I feel very weird about something. And I'm not even saying that something bad's going to happen. I don't know if it's good or bad, but something that never happened before is going to friggin' happen on the 24th. And I keep feeling that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. But to the point of actually writing it, I'm being very careful. I was able to I get a lot of intuition on a lot of things, and I don't take the time to write them down, but I always get them right. So once in a while, I'm very careful and I try to write. People ask me, what does it pertain to on the 24th? I don't even want to mention it because I could be wrong, but I'm not afraid of being wrong. I'm afraid of being right. And I'm afraid of predicting something. Want to say one thing before I get off. Well, two things. I love you guys and gals. And there was an act of terror at one point in the world, in France. Nice, right? Nice is the name of the town, and it was horrible. It was a religious attack. So I won't get into it too much. But long story short, When that happened, the day before, I got a comment um, on my channel in code related to the event. They never said directly it was going to happen, but and it's scary. I have chills because in the comment, there's a whole bunch of people that started saying, "Nice, wow, nice research, nice." It was all that day, the day of the attack, and nice. I got chills. I got at least 20 comments of people that said, "Wow, such nice research. Your telescope's nice, Bruce. What a nice community." Now you're gonna think maybe I'm nuts, and it could be coincidence, But when it happened, the horrible act, I went, "Holy shit!" So you know why I'm saying that? You know what that means? Is that that for me that was a death threat to me, saying that I'm a person that's going to tell you an event that's going to happen in the world that no one in the news media knows about. Stop doing what you're doing, your research. And in a way it was a little creepy, but everything is controlled online, and I believe that most of the attacks that happen around the world are already premeditated. It's already, designed and whatnot to happen, already planned, if you want. John Kirby mentioned 2 weeks ago for Americans that were sorry for Americans that were in Moscow to stay away from large gathering events, and then something happened. So lots of bad people in the world, but good is coming. Good is coming. Be watching the news. In the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing some things that we've never seen before. I think it's going to be the world is due for some excitement. Let's have some excitement happen because we control the matrix, guys. You want some stuff to happen tomorrow? Watch the UFO story tomorrow that comes out. I think um, the the truth is definitely going to come out. It's already out, but they're not able to bring it out to the public. I hope they will eventually bring the truth out to the public or part of it. I'm doing my bobblehead today. Thanks, Kristen. Très louche. Oui. Yes. Oui, Lise. Right on, Heather. Same for me, guys. I am going to get off. If you're new to the channel, leave a comment. If you know any questions, well, feel free to ask me questions. I'll be answering the comments tomorrow morning early with the coffee. Cross your fingers. I want to get up to see the sun, to get some more footage of the sun. Maybe I'll get a video up on this side for you all. Sunspots right now. The sunspots that I showed you guys on the members video. Thanks. I'll be answering comments tomorrow, and also on the last video on this side. Um, they're bigger than Earth, and it would be as big, if not bigger, than a Carrington event. There's two groups of sunspots that are side by side, and if they if the field lines cross over each other, that's what happens. The field lines cross over other sunspots. It's convection, eh? And then you get this massive charge flash. Hopefully not corona mass ejection. Sometimes a a G1 storm. We've been getting that. But right now it's an M class. I think, what is it now? Yeah, M4.71. And it's the sunspot region 3615. If you guys want to look there, we're looking at oh my goodness. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Tomorrow, be watching the video, a sun video that I post here. It's pretty drastic. I'm going to have to write a survey to see what people think of the sun videos. Not a lot of people like them. I'm not going to stop posting them, but not a lot of positive feedback on this sun videos. If you see a sun video here, I'm never going to post it unless it's something really drastically like filled with sunspots or whatnot. Right. Yeah, Susan. Yes. Yeah. Well said. Like that weight. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Gravity, my butt. Eh? Frise, thanks a lot for being here, brother. Hey man, thanks for being a member. Is it about time that I thank you? Thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man. Guys, I have a hobby channel. I play the guitar, harmonica, banjo, piano. Um, um, I play the spoons. I don't have no videos of the spoons, but I do play spoons. Check out the music video and help it grow. All in the means of funding this private research here. Keep it a free channel. If I can place some ads eventually on me, I want to post my own work, um, creations of music, and I want to give out guitar lessons that are very quickly done to be able to give some people maybe the desire to want to learn and play the guitar too. So that is my channel. If you guys want to check it out, protons are alive. Yes. Um, they can get in everywhere. Oh, yes, they can. Also into the underground bunkers of the right and the wealthy. Right and wealthy. Yes, absolutely. The Fourth Reich. Yes. I believe everything has life spark, and I believe right on. Great similarities and thoughts, you and I, Kristen, on that. Yeah, believe energy is the pure energy, good or bad, but most can tell. Absolutely, because energy is all good, but you can grab pure white energy and transform it into dark energy. I always say people that do dark rituals do not have a light around them or in front of them, and they can't see their path. And the ones that are they're trying to attack that are surrounded by light, they will not be able to reach them because they will not see them through the light. You're protected by the light. I've always believed that. Something I understood at a very young age, 5 years old. I understood that light was alive. You can be sure of that because my dad spoke to me through it. So grand solar flash, yeah, that's exactly what we don't want, brother. Yes, to put our consciousness into the 5D. Oh, but yeah, that we want. Like electromagnetic pulse attacks, right? There's a big danger for there being an electromagnetic pulse attack, but from Russia or China or the States or our sun, if ever there was a danger or a time and chance where the sun could explode and take the grid out, it's right now, because the sunspots that I showed in the members video, those are some of the biggest spots I've ever filmed. Very, very big spots. That's why at the beginning of the video, I showed March 29th, 2022, those sunspots. You guys check out my sun videos. I have some up also here. Some really unique ways of me showing the sun. So, Donovan L, thanks, man. Tony D, I missed a lot of people. I'm sorry about that, guys. Count Derpula, 212 driven fed mounds of gashi sauce. Hey, Frisé, j'espère que tu vas bien, mon frère. Merci d'être ici, hein? Sorry to hear about that, brother. My condolences. My sister died and showed up in an image when my mother was on a massager. I love hearing that, and I believe it. Call with my other sister. Yeah, okay. Was on a messenger call with my other sister. I have the video. Beautiful, man. That is beautiful. I'm sorry about the loss of your sister, buddy. But they exist, man. I talk to people on the other side, and the message that I have was that I'm protected. I've even defied laws of physics and gravity, and even in an accident, saved my life. My dad died in a car accident, so something's looking over me. But scroll to the beginning of this stream and go and see what I'm talking about now and more often, about us being a vessel, a portal to the other side. When I was 6 years old or 8 years old, I don't remember how old I was anymore. It was after my dad died. I wanted to be a doorway to the other side so that I could see my dad. And when I was young, my mom told me, I was always saying, praise the Lord, because I go to my grandma's and she'd have the PTL club on or something. And I was like, praise the Lord when I'd answer the telephone. So I was really into odd things, actually, at a young age. I told my mother at a very young age, I mean, I didn't talk yet, and I told her that God was a woman. God was a woman. God's a woman. God's not a man, God's a woman. Um, things that were today shown to us that everything's the opposite. Well, they say a kid's soul is pure, his heart's pure, his mind's pure, his consciousness is pure. We're born pure, I think, right? Pretty much so, unless we're the born fallen angels, which is a very big possibility. Look at it the way you want. If we are the fallen angels, try to better yourself. You can't do anything else, because I think if we're the fallen angels, we did bad enough, and it's just time to get to better ourselves. So, yeah, absolutely. They did, CIA, Pentagon, look, 9/11. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you just a little funny thing. Let's ask Google something. What is the date of the first shovel to build the Pentagon? They sent me a man fishing in a hole, laughing, saying there was no finding of the search. Anyways, I'll just tell you what the date was. It was September 11th. September 11th was the first day. They didn't start building it. There was an inauguration, a special inauguration, like when they break, wine bottle on a boat. Well, the first shovel to build the foundation of the Pentagon was on September 11th. So, CIA, in the FOIA requests, they killed JFK. You see what they're doing now to RFK Jr.? What's happening with him? He witnessed both the death of his father and grandfather taken away from him, and he's trying to bring the truth. They are suppressing him when he talks in Congress. They're misrepresenting him. I'm very familiar with everything going on. I'm following up to date exactly everything that's going on, and Alex Jones says it a lot, and it's true. When you are researching yourself, now it hasn't been that long, like maybe a year or two now, but I'll come up with posts same time, randomly, simultaneously, with Alex Jones, sometimes even a bit before. And it's not because I'm predicting anything. It's because when you're following the trend, it's like somebody that follows the gold and the silver. You're going to be able to start predicting what's going to happen a little bit, So if your eyes are open and you're looking around, you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff that's happening right in front of our eyes that I guess we just, some people just couldn't see before. Thanks so much for coming by, everyone. Yeah, I hope not, Susan. Or maybe it is. Yep, Lockheed Martin. They're, they have alien technology. Why the hell would they have alien technology when you think of it? Bruce, excuse-moi. T'es pas fini, Frisé. Avec nous autres, mon frère, on va t'achaler pour jouer. Ben non. The Toronto Lotus Leafs. Experience the platform making it difficult for people in this topic from talking. Yeah, yes. Oh, yes. Sure, you've already covered this, but is the polar shift a real thing? Any thoughts? I think that it could be a real thing, but what I'm afraid of, is that um, it could be also theoretical, based on mathematical equations, physics and theories and whatnot. Um, we're not exactly sure of it. The sun cycle, they say, is 11 years, but it actually is not 11 years. It's 22 years. And it's said that the sun flips over several times, but Earth does not. The flip of the pole of Earth is not like the flip of the sun, and it's happening at the same time. But a lot of people are getting mixed up about the differences on whether, like, I mean, I'm going to shoot a number out there. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close. A flip, I'm not going to shoot a number out there. Many thousands and thousands and thousands of years that it takes for a flip, if not hundred thousands of years. But the sun, apparently, every 11 or 22 years, 11 years, it flips itself around. So now the South Pole is supposedly maybe even already flipped. And the ideal is that leading up to 2025, the sun is going to be more aggressive in the way that it's going to be spitting out. Guys, do you feel it before I get off here? Do you guys feel something in the air? Um, you can look back at the whole time I've been here, and you will never have heard me talk this much about. Thanks, Tony D, for being here. You'll never have heard me talk this much about something big that's going to happen. And again, when I say something big happening, we all know that the system's coming down, and the free energy. So I mean, food for knowledge. My gosh, Einstein mustn't have had any time. I think the smarter you get, the less you know, eh? You believe me? Because you know too much. You know too much. You start studying all these fields and everything. You're not seeing shit going by. You're not seeing asteroids going by. That's why I limit myself to the basics of physics, the basics of understanding photonic light. What is it going to give me to explain to you that photons can appear in different dimensions at the same time? Isn't that cool? Now, why would anybody know that? That's what it comes down to, Mojo's Mama B. Thanks for being here, by the way. Is that we don't know what's real and what's not real. I would say it is real, and not Israel. It is probably real for sure, the polar shift. But you know what? I think it's something that's continually happening. So that, let's say Earth always is on its, okay, there's Earth, and Earth is on its axis. It's always turning like this as it's going around the sun. Okay, there's the sun. It's going around the sun. It's actually in a slingshot elliptical orbit. So they say the Earth goes straight past the sun, and then it slingshot U-turns itself back, and then slings itself back. At school they tell us, well, you got the sun and you got Earth going around. It's a bullshit that they're saying to us and stuff. But I think it's a natural thing that as it's on its axis, it's always going to do a complete flip over, right? But is it going to flip over in one day? Is it going to flip over a period of 10,000 years? Does it have to do with an ice age? That's another thing we can ask ourselves. Do ice ages exist? Many ice ages occurred here in Quebec last year. As a matter of fact, many ice ages occurred near St. Bernardino. Funny, the first time I ever heard of St. Bernardino in my life was the terror attack. Um, so sorry to the families that had to go through that in St. Bernardino, and the devastating effing snowstorm there in St. Bernardino. I could be wrong, right? St. Bernardino, am I right? Up in the mountains, higher up, but St. Bernardino and that surrounding got snow, if I'm not mistaken. And it's proof. So I do believe in it, Mojo's Mama B, that there is a shift over periods of time. So guess what? I'm 49 now. So that means in 50-year period, I will have seen just in the last few years a change. So maybe every 30 to 40 years, the weather changes drastically. As a matter of fact, yeah, like I hear stories from my parents in the 1960s that say that the snow was up to the wires. I've never seen that in my life, right? But now in the States, you're starting to see it. And you're starting to see it in areas that are like friggin' deserts, which is absolutely crazy to imagine that. So, hey, Forced Disclosure, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. What's up, my brother from another mother? Good to see you doing the hard work. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You guys can check out Force Disclosure 818. Thank you very much. Never mind suspicious observers. You seek them. Seek Bruce sees all. Bruce needs subscribers. Yes, sir, William. Sparky in the house. Once a turdo is out, he'll just go and move in with Schwab and continue kissing his arse and helping push the WEF agenda. Freeland in from the WEF here in Canada. Klaus Schwab said it. We've infiltrated the parliament and the young Justin Trudeau. Remember his speech that he said? Spot on. And Freeland being working for the WEF, okay, they wanted to look at that information, but we can't bring that information out for like a year. Why does this happen? Why are they defended? It's like the governments, the agents or whatever that are doing corrupt shit are always defended by a law that is actually not a law, but a law that is passed to be able to defend them. It's totally retarded. It's so stupid. Well, listen, guys, I thank you so much for coming on. Life moves pretty fast. It is. We're in the fast lane, Sparky. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller, right on. It's true. I agree with that. Absolutely, Alex. Colorado, thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you. Love you guys. Colorado in the house. Are you just a polyhedron, Count Derpula, flying around and like Carrie had mentioned? Remember that? Jans. Rach Jans. I'm pronouncing that right. Colorado in the house. Another beautiful place. Got a lot of those places are on my bucket list, my friends. Even the pigeons come begging for bread. Oh, wow. You just get out of my head. I have 2 lovebirds. After I finish a stream, and I told you all that in 2 days, some shit's going to happen, good or bad, and a major change. I should mention what I should not mention what it has to do with. Obviously war, but has a lot to do with the Queen. I'll just say, and I filmed those 2 lovebirds out in the back, sitting on the fence. But they've never ever come down. They've always been on the garage. Nature is going to start scaring people in a couple of days. And you know why I'm alarmed for this? Because of the eclipse. I'm going to finish off with that. April 8th. Do you know, Alex Jones mentioned this? They are people preparing for the past 2 years for this eclipse. I'm not going to linger on the Bible part, but I guess some of you obviously know that direct path and event now that's coming happened a long time ago during the Bible times. So that's a little scary also. Uh, Dolphins are psychic and project images amongst the pod using sonar. Absolutely. I used to be a SEAL in my other life. I can balance a ball on my nose. Follow my nose. It always knows. I had a cat named Damn Cat. That's a good one. I had a next name. No, I'm kidding. I might melt with my Diva Mountain Lion. It gives me them. Don't means meow. It don't work. We have to go out and have a drink, Count Derpula. Yeah. Bismuth. I got some too. Yes, that is true, Susan. A poutine. Even here in town, it's an English restaurant, and you walk in, and if you say a poutine, like back in the years when I used to order them all the time, prends une poutine. You want a poutine? Sure, a poutine. No, I don't want teen poo. I want poutine. Doesn't sound very appetizing when they write like poutine. What the hell is this? What? $200-300 for something really good for sure. And you can even look in the pawn shops. Always look in the pawn shops. And si tu as besoin d'aide, on va y aller avec toi. Moi, le mien, il a payé $150, mais là, je pense que ça l'arriverait peut-être plus à ce prix-là. J'avais été vraiment chanceux d'avoir ça à 170, on a fait la même. Ben oui, 200-300$. Tu peux avoir une guitare quasiment neuve dans un pawn shop ou peut-être même pas dans un pawn shop. À Léas, il y a pas mal de plugs, je pense, sur les Git. Hey guys, before I get off here, thank you so much. It is Susan Ravella. And as a god, I had a hard time stopping eating it. Yes, there's nothing like gravy. I would eat a bowl of gravy and throw some fries in it. Oh, literally Parmesan. Yes, but I was even worse than that. Better than that. But in reality, my brother, by the way, if you don't know him, you got to check out Jason John Swartz, knows all about it. But carnivore, you can say carnivore in general, yes, because I'm eating just meat. Nothing else. Nothing else. Salad once in a while. Victoria Saxon, thanks a lot, guys. We had an amazing stream. Thank you so much for enduring me. Um, it's been a couple of streams that it seems like there's a couple of more people that stopped by. So thank you. I love you guys. Thank you on Twitter for stopping by, for the interest that you have in the research. And thank you for not finding my music videos too annoying on the Twitter channel. It has nothing to do with the space research, but it does because I want to get 1,000 subscribers so that I can make a beautiful song and become famous and popular and buy the biggest telescope in the damn world and expose the Pentagon and everything. Big expectation. Oh, that just reminded me of something. What was it on Saturday Night Live, that show? Lowered expectations. Wow. Good for you, my friend. That's amazing. That's a lot of weight. See, Kristen's never hungry. Some it's natural, Kristen. I promised to eat a small meal a day unless I'm fasting. Right on. Yeah. Well, I have a lot of tricks of explaining to people how to pronounce to English people how to pronounce in French, and I do it by using English words, and they all fit. Let's do poutine, poo, and tin. Use the word tin beside it, and say it as one word. Now, say Putin, but you're going to um, add an S after. Okay, Putin. You have to say Poostin. No, dumbass. Pootsin. That's how you say Poutine in French. Poutine. Lo Vladimir Putin. Vladimir. No, I promise I won't. Look, there's space between my fingers now. When I was chubby, that's what it looked like. Test, test, test. That's good to know. Less hungry when you go. If you're like me, I eat so much, I don't really want to eat anymore. And it wasn't even about eating a lot at all. It was what I ate. That's the worst of it. The Moonmeister. God bless everyone. Please be safe. March 24th. Be vigilant. Like March 24th, don't like, hey, this morning I'm going to climb the World Trade Center, or I'm going to, go to in Toronto up the CN Tower, or maybe I'm going to go to an amusement park with my kids. Stay the fuck home. Stay home. Have a barbecue outside. And don't blow yourself up with the barbecue. To everyone that I did miss and not reply to you here, it wasn't deliberate, I guarantee you. And you'll get used to me. I say goodbye a long time because I don't like leaving, because I love you guys so much. I'm serious for the amazing. If it wouldn't be for my community, guys, I wouldn't have been able to still be here on the platform to get, those few people that come by, the new people. And no regrets at all. I love you all very much. I'll be on the comments tomorrow morning early enough. I'll be up getting the sun. I'll give you all a heads up. I have a bunch of groupies and my best friends that often come in the community. I have more comments in the community than I have on my videos, but I thank you guys for replying, for telling me good morning and whatnot. So thanks so much for coming to the streams. Twitter Army, love you guys. I'm yelling, eh? Rumble. I'll love the ones that show up at one point. There'll be some people. There's not many people on Rumble, but yeah, there are a lot of people watching. Just maybe for whatever the reason that they're not coming over to the channel, you're still gonna have to endure me posting about UFOs every day and night. That's for sure. Bye for now, y'all. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. The next stream, if you're new to the channel, we stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's Eastern Montreal time. Never mind the Eastern. Remember Montreal? I'm in Montreal. So what time is it Montreal now? Wednesdays at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Fridays in the afternoon at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern, like we did this evening. I love you guys. Talk soon.